what do you do?
Hi, I'm Kelly and I'm a student nurse at Bournemouth University.
And I'm Kat and I work in off license, but I want to actually be a music journalist, so I just did a media course. And I will succeed. There we go. Hell yeah. Right, okay then. First question for you, Kelly.
Okay.
How long have you been a fan of the McFly?
Oh, of McFly. I've been a fan since 2004, so just after actually Five Colours came out, because I didn't really know them then. I wasn't into them, and then I heard Obviously, and I heard Danny sing, and that got me hooked.
So the first time I saw them, I saw the Five Colours video, I thought they were rubbish. I thought, how is this hot? Right, go on then.
Okay, question for you. Where were you when you first heard about them?
I was sat down in my living room, and Five Colours in Their Hair video came on. Like I said, I didn't like them. I thought they were rubbish. And then I was like, that drummer is rather good looking. However, I now realise that I was just being stupid and trying to be cool, and I actually liked them all along.
That's good stuff.
Great.
What's the next?
Okay. What got you into them, Kelly?
I actually don't know what got me into them. My friend listened to them. We were in the common room, and then I went to work, and my friend said she was going to this busted gig, and I'd heard McFly were going, so I got a bit jealous. So I said, oh, can I come? So I went, and then I saw them in Exeter, and that was it. I was a fan ever since. Then, so, but no, busted didn't get me. I got myself into them, not busted.
Nothing to do with busted.
No, nothing to do with busted at
I can't
all.
take any credit for it.
Okay.
Alright, go on.
What is it that you like about McFly so much?
Their music, how rubbish and arch is that? I just love their
I
music.
think that's quite a true answer.
I love everything about them. Apart from
They're really good.
really
though,
good.
aren't
They are so amazing.
They're
Like
not-
live, I love them live.
Yeah.
I was seeing them live and I was like, actually a massive fan.
Yeah, they're better live than the albums make them out to be.
I think so.
Yeah. I like them. Yeah.
Oh, great. Right, next question. What is your favourite track?
Oh, my favourite track is Stargirl. I love that song. It's such a summery song, and it reminds me of the Motion in the Ocean tour, and it just reminds me of having a good time with all my friends.
Dancing.
And going
doing the Stargirl dance.
Yeah, it's a good song, and when we went to the video shoot, it is such a song. It's an epic song for them, and I listen to it like all the time. It's actually the top played on my iTunes, like 300 plus.
Brilliant.
I think that's quite cool. Okay. What's the most extreme thing you've ever done?
I think a dog maybe.
What's the most extreme thing you've ever done as a McFly fan?
I think going all around the country probably. Like,
Yeah.
the furthest I've gone so far is Sheffield, but we're doing Belfast this year on their next tour.
Could be quite fun.
And that will definitely be great. But yeah, not having a beer at their Birmingham gig, because I had to drive up to Sheffield the next day, is probably the most extreme thing I've ever had to do.
No, I think camping for
Camping
signing.
signing,
I
yeah.
think I've done that once. That's
Birmingham.
probably the most extreme
Got there
thing
at
I've
stupid
done.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. That's the most extreme thing I've done.
Yeah, we're not like climbing into their hotel room.
So, that doesn't appeal to me.
No.
But camping
Not
does.
really. Yeah, exactly. Camping does.
Yeah.
Their hotel room, not so much.
No, okay.
Okay, what do your friends and family think of your obsession?
Well, my mum and dad love McFly. I've actually made them buy like every album. Some of my friends are okay. The ones that like McFly are like, well, obviously they think it's fine and we all go to stuff. But the ones that don't like them, like find it quite sad and don't really understand why I go and see them. But it's like, well, it's something I enjoy doing. I love seeing them live, and I wouldn't criticise them about any of their bands.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
this is my little band, so I don't care, and it doesn't really faze me what they say.
I'm known as the McFly girl with all my friends.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
one that likes
bother me
McFly.
though. I've like made
Yeah.
some of my best friends out of the boys. So.
Right, exactly. That's what the
Exactly. What's your next question?
I don't know, let's find out.
Do you have a lot of band merchandise, and do you have an area in your room or house?
Well, I don't have lots of merch, but over there I have a McFly poster in between a poster of The Who and the
Wicked.
Rolling Stones.
Love that poster.
I've got over there some McFly DVDs, including Just My
High five to that.
High five. And over there I've got all my McFly CDs. I've got most of the singles as
We
well
don't
as
really buy the
albums.
t-shirts, do we?
No, I've got tour programmes.
Yeah.
in there.
I buy the tour programs because I think that's a bit more souvenir.
Yeah.
And it's something that I can always look back to.
And I keep the tickets.
Keep the tickets.
Yeah.
And I've probably got all the tour DVDs.
Yeah.
And I've got just one and all the albums and sadly all the singles.
Yeah.
From the first one to now.
Yeah.
But I don't really buy like t-shirts and scarves.
No,
It's like, well, I'm not going to do anything with them.
Exactly.
So I keep really silly things. I keep like newspaper articles. I used to keep them when they used to do stuff.
Make a little scrapbook.
Yeah. When I was first on the fly van, I did that. I don't do it now.
How much do you think you've spent following your idols in total?
Oh, my mum would cry if I told her, but I think it's about £1,000.
Yeah, mine's not.
If not more. It's definitely 4 figures.
Yeah.
Like with travelling and tour tickets and CDs and albums and
hotels
and merchandise, just seeing them. So it's got to be over £1,000 by now,
so.
which is quite scary.
We shouldn't have stayed in the Hilton, that would have
No.
brought it all right down.
But no, yeah, it's probably over £1,000 now.
I think so.
Which is a bit scary.
It's travelling and hotels though, like the
Yeah.
gig ticket's quite reasonably priced, it's everything else.
Yeah.
Feeding yourself when you go on tour.
Have you seen the band live before? How many times have you seen them, and tell us about your experience?
I have seen them live quite a few times. I can't actually count how many times, but I've seen them at like road shows as well as on tour and stuff. But it's always amazing. Every single time, I've never walked away from a mcfly gig and been like, that was rubbish, because they're always so good.
Yeah.
And they just play brilliantly every single time. And their set lists are always really good as well. We always have a giggle,
Yeah.
a little dance.
I think I've been like seen them like more than 30 times now, and I would say my best experience was when at Wembley last year on Motion in the Ocean, when Brian May came
I
out.
was so jealous.
That was a bit of a cool moment.
So jealous.
Because he was actually stood in front of us and didn't even click why he was there, and then
Who's that man with curly
exactly,
hair?
and then at the end of the show, for Don't Stop Me Now, he pops up, and that was a really good experience, and I think other experiences, just being with my friends and being able to let my hair down and have a good time without
Yeah.
people thinking, oh, what are you doing? Because everybody's there watching the
Well,
same
exactly.
thing.
Everyone's
So
there for the same reason, and everybody always has a laugh.
yeah.
Which is so much fun. Right, who's your favourite McFly member and why?
My favourite's Danny, and not because of his looks or anything. I think that's really shallow, but I just think he has the best voice ever. He's got one of those really like unique
His
voices.
voice is amazing.
And when he sings, it's just like, I think I've cried when he's sung before, probably under the influence of alcohol, but I have cried because it's just been, listening to him is amazing.
His voice is so good.
He can be on TV or stood right in front of you, and I just laugh at everything he says. He's one of these people that can just make you laugh, and I find that really probably one of the nicest things about him.
And I love his bold patch.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And he's just a genuine person. When you meet him, he's just really
Really friendly.
nice, and he's like, oh, how you doing? And
Yeah.
I think that's really nice. Not that the others aren't nice, but he's my favourite, and
And I just don't have a
I like to
favourite.
meet him.
They're all pretty.
Yes,
They are.
all pretty.
Right.
Okay. Dun. Have you ever met McFly before? If so, can you tell us about it?
I've met them a couple of times at sign-ins. They're always really, really friendly, really nice guys. Not so much of a fan of their security guards at sign-ins. They push you along to get like 2 seconds with them. But those 2 seconds, they are so friendly, and it's like they've seen like probably a couple of hundred people before you, but they're still like, oh hi, how are you doing? And make it seem like, you know, you're the first person they've met
Yeah,
that
they've
day.
just got time for everyone.
So
haven't they?
nice, yeah, exactly. And
So
they really
that's the
like
best bit.
make it known that they appreciate you and stuff.
Yeah.
Really nice boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if you could meet McFly, what would you say?
Camel spam!
I would ask them how much the average turkey weighs. I actually want to know the answer to that
Oh,
question.
no, in serious though, I would ask them what's been the inspiration behind Radioactive, because it's a lot different from the other 3 albums.
And it's so amazing.
And it is the best album.
It is definitely.
Which is quite hard because I thought Motion in the Ocean was, but it is the best album, and I'm actually really proud to be able to listen to it.
Yeah, I know I am.
I'd want to know what was their inspiration, and like who they've listened to.
Yeah, I want to know which bands
see.
they were listening to like before they made the album.
Yeah.
Because I can hear like loads of different influences, but
Yeah,
I want to know like who it
Yeah,
actually
and
was.
I want to know who they were listening to write that and stuff, because it is a really good album.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over to...
Bye!